The Hearn Hunting and Fishing Lodge is an idyllic and picturesque short-term rental in the heart of Essex County. The owners want to rezone a small portion of their agricultural land for an event center. It's only the land underneath this tent, about the size of a quarter of a soccer field. Stephen Hearn tells CTV News they will only be hosting 10 events in a 6-month period, all limited to less than 200 people. And he says the type of events they want to host are high-end, requiring access for an entire weekend. We would never have back-to-back events, Hearn said. Music at their events would all end by midnight, and they say every time they've measured the noise coming from an event at the edge of their closest neighbor, they've been below the town's bylaws. Finally, each of Hearn's reports on biology, noise, and planning have been reviewed and approved by town staff. Lawyer Brian Chillman says a temporary rezoning would help the Hearns, quote, solidify this new business opportunity, which would put limitations on it and ease residents' concerns. Chillman says they've noticed a lot of, quote, familiar faces fighting this idea. One of them is Robin Totten.
People say I'm angry, and I am, because it's been going on for so long.
Totten was one of the people who fought against the Hearn Group in the early 2000s. When they wanted to develop this land into a golf course, environmentalists and ultimately Ontario's courts stopped the project by rezoning a large part of the land from agricultural to wetland.
A third party without any interest in our property, ours and our neighbor's property, has taken our agricultural designation that we had.
Fast forward to today. Neighbors are back fighting the Hearns.
I begrudge the amount of time they're taking up in my head, because this is not what I wanted to do in my retirement. I don't want to lead this.
Hearn's current lawyer says the past is, quote, really not relevant to the decision the town has to make. Chillman says the property is actively farmed, the event space is nowhere near the wetlands, and large berms have been placed around the property to help with noise abatement. Essex Mayor Sherry Bondi is hosting her own meeting on Tuesday, August 5th at 6 o'clock at the Harrow Portuguese Club. She wants to hear residents out about this before council considers it at their next meeting on August 11th. Now, Stephen Hearn and Brian Chillman tell me they're both hoping this whole debate picks up where they left off with council questions from the mayor, and then ultimately debate and a vote by Essex Town Council. Stephanie?
Okay, Michelle Maluske tonight. Thank you for this update.